Thank you to everyone listening to the Dandy Dozen Minis, the Dandy Dozen Mini podcast provided by the Northwest Florida Daily News sports staff. Before we get to the episode, I'd like to mention one of our sponsors in the Northwest Florida Daily News season high school football preview section, Buffalo Wild Wings. There aren't many places along the Panhandle to get the atmosphere mixed with food and drinks that Buffalo Wild Wings provides. If you don't know where it is, head to Uptown Station in Fort Walton Beach. It's located in the back, nice location, and even better atmosphere once you're inside. It's a great place to watch sports, enjoy the awesome food, and support those who help support local high school sports. Devin Golden with the Northwest Florida Daily News with Richie Grant and Chris Pickett, Choctaw seniors.
Yes, sir.
So seniors, defensive back, and wide receivers, and they're both sporting the colors via the hat. Actually, Chris Pickett actually had to go and get the hat off Coach Thomas's desk, so he's kind of cheating a little bit. That's okay. Chris Pickett was large school defensive player of the year as well last year. Congratulations. I think both of y'all made all area.
Yes,
I want to say.
Yes,
And then both also on the Dandy Dozen for 2015. Just got to watch the end of practice for you guys first off, and it's like 93 degrees out there, and you have to run back and forth for about 15 minutes. That's got to be brutal.
Yes, sir.
That probably is not fun. Both of you guys were there last year. Tell me, and I'm gonna have to. I know that's a tough question. I know it's tough to revisit this game, Armwood game. How many times have y'all watched the film?
I watched it about 2-3 times. Not
Really?
trying to live in the past, trying to move on, get over it.
Man, I went back to that game a lot after the end of the season, trying to see all the mistakes I made so I can correct them this year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to move on. We get the Final Four this year, I'm trying to move straight forward.
I'm gonna ask you a question. And I don't want to start controversy. I don't want you to live too much in it. But that drive that they scored a touchdown, there was a fumble, and they called the runner down. Do y'all know if he was down or not? I mean, y'all, because the thing is, a Choctaw player recovered it. You recovered it.
I actually forced it.
Is that kind of the what if moment, the big what if moment? Because I feel like you guys had every ounce of momentum at that point. There was the interceptions. I think a defensive lineman had an interception. And then Quint threw the touchdown pass. Y'all had the lead, and I think that would have been it if that's called a fumble. I don't know. I mean, do you feel like if you win that game that you're going to win state? I mean, do you feel like you guys were good enough?
I feel like we had a better chance
against
Miami.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I just feel that we wanted it more. They've been there back to back constantly over years, and I just think it'd have been our chance to get there. I think we did it.
You guys play a certain style, and especially last year, that kind of grinded teams. I mean, it was a lot of short third and shorts, moving the chains, keeping the clock running. Do you think that keeps you in games?
Yes, sir.
Maybe against even teams from the South Florida that you just kind of frustrate them?
That hurts them a lot. They're not used to that. They're not used to ground and pound. They're used to being flashy. And we bring a different attitude to the game. This
year, how is the offense going to be different? I mean, Quint's gone. I don't think Cyrus Daniels is back. But first off, who's expected to play quarterback? And second off, how's the offense going to be different, do you think? If it's different at all.
We got Jake Fairley from Fort Walton Beach. He transferred. He's a big help.
Is he better than Cassandra?
That's a big battle. That's a big battle right there. No one knows the answer to that until he proves himself this year.
I got it.
And I'd say we'd be more of a passing team this year.
Really?
Pass first.
Really?
He'll run less.
Okay.
But he's a surprise, though, when he does run.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
We need to utilize our weapons this year.
The defense really kept y'all in the games, and I think y'all are really good in special teams, too. I mean, is that something y'all pride yourselves on? Definitely, you want to keep teams off the scoreboard, and you want to win the special teams battle?
Yeah.
Huge on special teams. Coach Hendricks, good special teams coach.
Really? How much of a focus does that take in practice? I know some teams, maybe they don't put as much of a focus on special teams. Are you guys different?
That's a third of our practice.
Really? A whole third of the practice?
Every day.
Really?
We go through at least one special teams thing.
Locker room questions. First off, who's the funniest in the locker room? And you can't say yourself. And you can't say each other.
Yeah, it's either Ricky Smith or Kalen Lovett.
Kalen Lovett or Ricky Smith.
Yes.
Really? Who's the most serious?
Shoot, let me see.
And I don't mean that in the bad way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You mean like, I don't know. We kind of like to kid around. We like to keep fun in there.
Really?
We serious out there on the field, so we want to be friends in the locker room.
Okay.
If that's a good enough.
So no one sticks out as far as the most serious.
Not in the locker room, but in the field we got some.
Okay. Who's the strongest?
Grayling
Who?
Grayling Johnson.
What position?
No, he'll be a junior this year.
He's just a junior and strongest one.
And he plays D-line.
How big is he?
He's pretty big.
He's just pretty big.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, does he have a bench like
430,
440,
something like that?
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fours.
I got you. Who's the fastest? And again, you can't say each other.
Well, if you're not talking
Are
about
you
that.
not talking about you? Okay, who's third fastest?
Well, we ran 40s a couple weeks ago, and the third fastest was Marquise Kane.
What was his 40?
Like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
4 or 5, 6 or something like that.
Are you the top two?
Yes, sir.
What are the 40 times for
Mine
y'all?
was a 4.48, and he was a 4.6.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all spend a lot of time going to camps and stuff in the summer, like recruiting camps and stuff?
We did a lot of college visits this summer.
Really?
Didn't really go to any combines.
Okay. Does that take away from the summer of just being a kid? I mean, I imagine you're taking trips and you don't really get a chance to actually be here and enjoy summer, go to the beach. I mean, you live on the beach and you're leaving half the time. I don't know. Does it get overwhelming and tiresome?
To be a great athlete, you gotta sacrifice.
Yeah.
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 And I mean, we kind of kept it as a group. We went as a group every time to every camp, so it was kind of like keeping it.
You still had the friendship. You still had the camaraderie. Okay. I know a lot of people were kind of underestimating Choctaw last year through the season into the state playoffs. I know against Ed White, not many people thought you guys were going to be able to beat him, and then you whipped him. It wasn't even close. Being in Okaloosa County, in the Okaloosa County district with Crestview and Fort Walton and Niceville, where do you think Choctaw fits? Is Choctaw kind of the maybe the underdog? I don't know. You tell me how every other people outside of the program you think see Choctaw. That's tough, I know. But
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on varsity for 4 years, and I've been an underdog all 4 years.
Really?
And I kind of like stepped into that role of being an underdog because you kind of surprise people, and when they take you for granted, you just take it over. You take over the game, basically. What I'm trying to say.
okay.
And basically, we're kind of overlooked, because I went to a couple camps this summer. We always tell them where we're from, the Panhandle. They'll be like, I don't even know that. They'll be like, they play football in the Panhandle like it's a joke. Like, they don't take it serious. But yeah, we're kind of overlooked. We are a little underdog role.
Okay.
But I think we're on the roster.
I think people know. I think they know the one name. They know Eli Stove. And aside from, I don't think that there's not, but I think that they should be paying more attention to the Panhandle because there's a lot of really good athletes down here. There's a lot of really, really good athletes. Do you guys like the Okaloosa County district? Do you like having Niceville be a district game? Having Crestview be a district game? Does it add more importance to it?
Huge.
Yeah.
Senior year, that's huge.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, because last year you didn't have Niceville as a district game, only for Walton Beach and Navarre, right? I mean, you like this a little bit more because you know the kids and it just
more
means
competition.
Yeah. More
Really?
competition.
Okay. Who's going to be an X factor this year? A kid, a breakout star kid we haven't heard of yet who's going to have a great year.
Zach Childers.
Why?
I mean, his tenacity, man.
What position?
Running back.
Really?
Small, white guy, about 5'4", 5'5".
Really?
Yeah.
But is he quick or is he?
He's quick.
He's quick.
Really?
He's shifty too.
It's the short.
little ones close to the
I think
ground.
Cyrus was like that last year a little bit too. Okay, so what's Zach Childers? Zach Childers. I'll have to remember that name. How are y'all in the locker room? There's kind of this cliche about kids right before the game starts that they're like banging their helmets against the locker, they're screaming. Are y'all like that at all, or more laid back?
Yeah, we try to focus, quiet everybody down.
Is it music? Just listen to music. Just
don't talk unless it's about the game.
Is that like a locker room? That's a law.
Tradition.
That's a tradition. That's a law. Who's the police for that? Is it seniors?
It's seniors, yeah.
Really? How did the seniors do it last year, and it just kind of trickles on down every year?
Yeah, we've been on varsity all 4 years. It's been the same way every time.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then other people step up too, tell people to quiet down. We try to keep it football oriented.
They want us to go over the game while we before the game. Like they want us to go over the whole game.
So there's no cutting up really. There's no banging helmets. There's no shouting, getting in people's faces. But maybe I'll say this: Are y'all on the sideline when the horse and the Indian comes out and puts the stake into the ground? Yes. That's like the coolest thing at home games, isn't it? I don't know, something about that dang horse. It just gets you fired up. Yeah. I don't know.
That's when we get the most hype and stuff right before pregame, right before we run on the field.
That's the chill. When the chills
and then you hear our band come in.
Do you ever get nervous? Still get nervous, but goosebumps and stuff like that? Really? Okay. I didn't know if it was just a one-time thing as a freshman or if it still comes up as a senior.
That's how you know you ready. You anticipating. So if you got if my coach said if you're nervous, it's good.
Okay. Congratulations for being on Dandy Dozen, representing Choctaw, representing the Indians. Obviously, I think it's going to be really exciting watching you guys and the whole team play this year. So thanks again.
Yes, sir.
All right.
9 Nations signing off.